Hello, everyone. Welcome to This Is Where We Go, produced by MCC Theater in association with the Parsnip Ship and Business Lunch Productions. This Is Where We Go is written by Amara Brady, Jessie Rivera DeBruin, Gina Femia, and Nina Key, and is directed by Tamilla Woodard. My name is Ivan E. Debery, and I am the artistic director and host of the Parsnip Ship, a radio play podcast and platform supporting underproduced playwrights and independent musicians. MCC is an off-Broadway theater company celebrated for developing and producing work that challenges artists, audiences, and students alike to ask difficult questions at every stage of the creative process. Business Lunch Productions is a leading agency of award-winning creatives known for approaching every project with a focus on delivering boundary-pushing work and creating meaningful relationships. The wonderful writers of this 6-part radio play are the inaugural cohort of the Parsnip Ship's Radio Roots Writers Group, 4 dynamic playwrights specifically writing for audio theater. For this project, the writers group was commissioned to create a radio play based on this quote in Octavia Butler's Parable of the Sower. All that you touch, you change. All that you change, changes you. The only lasting truth is change. God is change. The story you're about to hear was written during a time of great change in our world, in our country, in our theater community, and in all of our personal lives. Enjoy the journey of This Is Where We Go. Episode 1. Up next, Dogs. Written by Jessie Rivera DeBruin and Gina Femia. Directed by Tamilla Woodard.
Progress report, Earth date July 31st, 2199, Teptl Zupili. It's kind of jacked up starting all these reports with Earth date. I'm almost never on Earth anymore. But I'm taking a pit stop on Earth before I start the mission. I know it's not protocol, but fuck it. Who knows if this is going to be like we think it is. The Order has spent millennia preparing for this moment. But do any of us really know how this is going to go down? For all we know, when the suns disappear, these plans could be useless. In which case, it's KO. This could be it. Like, for everyone. So I'm going to make sure I see Earth one more time. Visit where my parents lived. Try to remember them, why they got into this. I'm going to go look at the ocean one last time. I miss Earth oceans. Mom used to love the ocean. She said we can learn a lot from the waves. The way they break but are never broken. They don't fear change because they are change. I want to be like that. No lie though, I'm scared as shit. Like, what is there after all this? We are so sure our plans will save us. But I think it's how we think on our feet. How we let ourselves break without being broken. It's how we surrender that's going to save us. I'm not defecting or anything. I'm going to carry out the mission. But when shit hits the fan, I hope this was worth it.
Good morning. Today's Earth date is August 1st, 2199. The time is now 7:05 a.m. I'm Mindy, your personal companion. What can I do for you today? Okay, starting entertainment module.
Good morning, Gaia! It's 7 a.m. and thank you for tuning in to our hyperlocal Earth Morning Show. Want to know what's happening on your planet today? Trust us, we're the news.
That's right. As always, we are proud to be the world's #1 trusted morning edutainment news network. I'm Nancy Wheelan.
And I'm Chip Casterly. We're here to help jumpstart your day the right way with the news you must trust, along with our wonderful weather woman, Wendy Storm.
Good morning.
And of course, coming to us live via satellite, our illustrious entertainment correspondent, Jazzy J.
What's good, all? The artificial atmosphere is vibing here on Moon Annex 3 as we set up for our first ever music festival on a moon. Can't wait to share this dope experience with you all.
That's right. We've got ongoing coverage throughout the day. Jazzy J will be filling us in with all the need-to-know information about this most ever monumental event. But first, We all know the sun is just another star in the sky, but will today be its last day to shine? Studies point to evidence about its supposed lifespan. Politicians say there's nothing to worry about, but others say it might be disappearing today and that the galaxy without a sun will be no fun.
Ooh, I'm shaking in my patent leather
Oh,
pumps.
come on. Aren't you a little scared?
Hardly. Every century or so, there's always some apocalypse predicted, and it never happens. Didn't your AI ever teach you about Y2K?
Right, that old sham. But according to science...
Wait. What does science have to do with it? Isn't this all a prediction from that weird cult Order of the Sun or whatever?
Well, actually, Nancy, there's supposedly some science data that backs it up. And according to scientists, today might be its last. Stay with Good Morning Gaia for the latest updates on whether or not today is the sun's farewell. But first, weather with the wonderful Wendy Storm.
What do you think about all this apocalypse chit-chat, Wendy?
Oh, I don't know about all that. I'm still trying to figure out my kids' carpool schedule. But I'll tell you what, there sure is wacky weather out there today. It looks like we're experiencing some possible tornadoes ripping through the east side of the planet, while we've got some rolling clouds and cold fronts rolling in from the west side. So if you're planning on leaving the house today, don't. No, just bring an umbrella and you should be right. As rain.
I do love a rainy day. But will all this weather impact Lunar Fest?
I know I'll be jetting my way over there right after the 10 o'clock hour. Speaking of, it's about that time to hear from our entertainment correspondent, Jazzy J, about the deets. Jazzy, what's good, girl?
Hey, it's me, your girl, Jazzy J, here on Moon Annex 3. The first ever Lunar Music Fest is only 3 hours away, and I'm here with the mind behind it all, Lunar Fest director Ry-Leigh. Hey, Ry, what's up, cutie?
Hey, Jazzy, big fan.
Of course you are. So, we're in the main stage dome right now, Ry. What did you do to transform this space?
Well, Jazzy, let me tell you, this isn't your average music festival. Lunar Fest 2199 is all about the experience. We worked with galactically renowned experienced designer Zephyr Carlos to take our guests on the ultimate trip. I'm talking ocean-scaled ball pits, solar system VIP overlook, levitation chambers, the most. We're creating worlds here. They're going to be transported.
Wow. Okay, my body is ready. What inspired you to put this all together?
Well, you know, as a curator, I always want to push myself and go to new limits and new heights. And it's like, if we can do a whole concert on a moon, then what else is there, you know?
Deep. One more question. I'm sure you've heard about the whole rumor about the sun disappearing. Are you scared that'll happen?
Definitely not. The sun's not going anywhere. Look out your windows, folks. It's literally in the sky.
Well, there you have it. Tickets start at $10,000. Are you going to be there? Only 3 more hours till the hottest, freshest festival this side of the asteroid belt. The countdown clock is ticking down. Do you have your ticket and your visa yet? Stay with us for more after a few words from our sponsors.
Studies show that children are more likely to learn and retain knowledge when taught by AI. AI harvesting the power of the sun and pre-programmed with all the information that your children will need to succeed in life. AI, they teach your children everything they need to know and make sure they aren't given any information that might confuse them. AI, the latest in solar-powered technology. AI, make sure your children learn only what's good for them. AI, make sure your children are learning right. A new AI from AI. Technology is copywritten, trademarked AI Techs. I'm Gary for President, and I approve this message. Good morning, Gaia. I'm Nancy Wheelan, and welcome to the 8 o'clock hour of Good Morning Gaia on this beautiful August 1st, 2199. We'll be bringing you all the need-to-know information about the most important event ever, the Moon Festival. But first, is the sun's expected life cycle rapidly counting down? Here to talk about it are special guests, Dr. Quint Monroe of Andromeda University and President of Earth, Gary. Dr. Monroe, tell us, what exactly do we do if the sun disappears?
Thank you, Nancy. Yes. Well, the time to prepare it's past because today.
Blah, blah, blah. I can't understand you when you mumble.
If we can just get the appropriate power sources into every family's home on Earth.
I don't know, Nancy. That sounds expensive.
Well, sure. It might be. We're talking about saving lives here, and that's.
And what impact will saving lives have on the global economy, Dr. Monroe? Have you ever stopped to think about that?
If we don't, then we're all going to die.
Listen, this all sounds pretty alarmist to me. You need to think about it because it's your job to come up with hypotheses and theories and all that mumbo jumbo. And if you don't, then you're out of a job. Isn't that true?
No, I mean, yes, it is my job, but
So
I'm
you
not.
admit making the hardworking people of this planet piss themselves with fear over nothing is your job.
I didn't say that was my
So,
job.
of course, you want us to think that the sun could just go away at any minute so you can keep your job. But listen, the sun's disappearance has never happened before, which means it'll definitely never happen.
That's just not true.
I'm sorry, Nancy, but the truth is we don't have to be prepared for anything except for this upcoming election. And if you want to feel safe on Earth, then you know what to do. Vote for me, Gary, for president of Earth.
Thank you both for such a rousing debate. Up next, more with Jazzy J on the biggest event this solar system's ever seen. But first, weather on the 2s and 9s with wonderful Wendy Storm. How's that wacky weather looking, Wendy?
It's looking a little more wacky out there, Nance, for sure. We just received word that the left side of the Earth was just hit with a Category 7 earthquake, which seems to be causing some severe damage in There are 3 hurricanes coming right towards the east, but they weren't there this morning.
It was one of the longest leaks in my life. What did I miss?
Chip, your mic's hot.
What?
Chip, we can hear you.
This sounds great. Hey, the perfect time to check in with our entertainment correspondent. Hey, how's it going on the Moon Annex 3, Jazzy J?
Hey, hey, hey! The countdown clock is ticking down, and we are just 2 hours away from the biggest music festival this literal galaxy has ever seen. I'm here on Moon Annex 3 with groundbreaking extraterrestrial artist and sub-headliner BX12. So tell me, BX, how is it you're so good at life?
Thank you. I try to stay humble.
Great. So what's got you most excited about performing on Moon Annex 3?
Well, Jazzy, I'm hoping that we can use it as a moment to expand our perspectives. Have you ever heard of the overview effect?
The what now?
It's this thing. Back when humans first went out into space, the early astronauts would describe this sudden clarity, this shift in perspective from seeing Earth just like hanging there in the void. Like up until that point, their world was confined to just one tiny planet. It was so small. And then they're out there in space and they see their home, and it was like this jolt of realization, a new kind of self-awareness. Us extraterrestrials, we've known this perspective for generations. Maybe you humans could do with some expansion.
Trippy.
Sure. So anyway, I think Lunar Fest could be like that for a lot of beings, a kind of bridge. Maybe folks would see that we're all just floating in the void, the Earth, the sun, the entire galaxy.
Wow. Way deep, BX. As long as the sun doesn't disappear, right?
Like the sun's ever gonna disappear.
Well, there you have it. Are you gonna be there? The clock is counting down, but first, a word from our trusted sponsors.
Studies show that your household is incomplete if you do not own AI. AI, harvesting the power of the sun and pre-programmed with all the information that your household needs in order to succeed at being a home. AI, if you don't have an AI, your home is cold and a failure. Everyone will laugh at you behind your back and stop inviting you to their parties because you don't have AI. AI, the latest in solar power technology. AI, make sure your home is complete by owning AI. A new AI from AI. Technology is copyright and trademark AI text. I'm Gary for President of Earth, and I approve this message.
Good morning, Gaia. I'm Chip.
And I'm Nancy.
Thank you for joining us for our 9 o'clock hour. Wacky weather continues to sweep its way across the globe. And is today the day the sun disappears? Plus, our headline, the Lunar Music Festival is here. Will you be there?
I know I'll be. We'll have more on that story in just a minute, but up first, mounting pressure as the pro-earther movement grows in size. Some call them a fringe group of violent extremists. Others say they're just telling it like it is. Today, we're joined by Axel Martin, leader of the pro-earth movement. Thanks for joining us, Axel.
My pleasure, Nancy. I'm a longtime viewer and fan.
So, Axel, what do you say to allegations that your group is a terrorist organization?
Well, that's just absurd, Nancy. I mean, would you call the American Founding Fathers terrorists?
Well, just last decade, the United Planetary Relations Committee did condemn the acts of the Founding Fathers as violent and genocidal.
You see, This is exactly the kind of nonsense that's degrading the very fabric of our Earth culture. Suddenly it's like humans are depicted as this violent, disturbed species who only care about rare metals and war. It's a terrible stereotype, and if you ask me, humans are the real victims here.
Strong words from Axel Martin. So tell me, Axel, what do you see as the role of extraterrestrial beings on Earth?
They don't have one, plain and simple. They're aliens, meaning that they should be on some other planet.
Last question, Axel. If the sun disappears today, would you leave Earth? How would you feel being an alien on another planet?
Well, first off, that's not going to happen, so that's a pretty stupid question, Nancy. Due respect. But let's say something did happen. Well, the captain goes down with the ship, as they say. I can't think of any other planet I'd want to live or die on.
All right. Well, thank you, Axel. I think. That's all the time we have. Now to the weather. Wendy, what the heck is going on out there?
This has never happened before. I've never seen. It appears a hurricane just collided with a tornado, and it's making its way across the globe, leaving a funnel of destruction in its wake. Weather shouldn't do this. It can't do this.
So, remember your umbrella. Thanks, wonderful Wendy Storm. Okay, so let's go to Moon Annex 3 and check in with Jazzy J on the hottest headline. How's it going, Jazzy?
What's up, fellow Universelings? The countdown to Lunar Fest 2199 keeps on ticking on, and we are now only 1 hour away from the biggest bash that this whole galaxy will ever experience in any lifetime. Here now, past or present or future. I'm here today with the ultimate diamond-studded headliner, Shimmer. Shimmer, huge fan, by the way. How are you?
I'm grand.
Yes, you are. What are you most excited about?
I'll have to stop you right there. For years, I've been living in the shadows, but the time has come for me to come into the light.
Okay, girl.
I'm an acolyte of the Order of the Sun. And
Whoa. We don't talk about that stuff on here. This is
according
really...
to the ancients' texts, the sun and the stars are about to blink out of existence.
But what's that got to do with the moon, though?
The sun is the source of the moon. The sun is the source of all life. We are all connected by the sun. And through the sun, we are nourished.
But maybe not, though. I
The
mean...
question is not, what can we do to stop it? For nothing can stop it. Nothing will stop it. The only question is, where will you be when it happens? Where will you be when the sun...
Well, there you have it. Are you going to be there? The clock is counting down. Commercial.
Studies show that your life is incomplete if you do not own AI. AI, harvesting the power of the sun and pre-programmed with all the information that you need in order to succeed at life. AI, if you don't have AI, you're a failure at life. Your parents don't love you and your partner will leave you or someone with AI. AI, the latest in solar power technology. AI, make sure you're a success by owning AI. A new AI from AI. Technology is copywritten, trademarked, text. I'm Gary, President of Earth, and I wrote this message.
Good morning, Gaia. I'm Tip.
And I'm Nancy. It's 10 a.m. Thank you for joining us for our final hour. We'll be jetting off to the first ever Lunar Music Festival in just a bit. But first, wacky weather continues, disrupting the globe. Tell me, Wendy, should we be concerned?
Yeah, it's concerning.
How could this affect your drive time commute? Stick with us and... What is that? Is somebody here? Dr. Monroe? What are
It
you...
seems we have a familiar face back in the studio today, folks.
What are you doing back here? You can't touch that. Don't touch that.
People and beings of Earth and beyond, please listen to me. I am Dr. Monroe, lead scientist in the study of the disappearance of the sun. I am also an acolyte of the Order of the Sun who have long predicted its disappearance, which is today. The sun will be disappearing today. The sun is a star, just like any other star, and stars burn out. That's what they do. Nothing lasts forever. One of the biggest lies that humanity collectively came up with and agreed upon is this idea of forever. The idea that anything can last forever. And even though we all know that everything is actually change, there is nothing that seems to scare us more than change, so we ignore it. We cast it to the side. We try to fossilize our now rather than face our impending change. But people and beings of Earth and beyond, please hear me when I say this is inevitable.
This is going to happen whether we want it to or not, whether we have a budget for it or not. Our lives as we know them, they're going to change. And if we survive it, if you survive it, if you're one of the lucky ones to survive, your children and your grandchildren, your great-great-grandchildren, they're going to be asking you, where were you? Where were you the day the sun...
Well, that was something. Moving on. Up next, dogs. Stay tuned.
Thank you for listening to This Is Where We Go. You've just listened to episode 1, Up Next, Dogs, written by Jessie Rivera DeBruin and Gina Femia. Featuring Garcia as Teptl and Ry-Leigh, Amara Brady as Jazzy J and Dr. Monroe, Teresa Avia Lim as Nancy Wheelan, AI Commercial 1, Bunny Michael as BX12, Lindsay Rico as Wonderful Wendy Storm, AI Voice Mindy, AI Commercial 2 and Shimmer, Danny Wolahan as Chip Casterly, Earth President Gary, Axel Martin, and AI Commercial 3. Sound design by SB Proctor, Rachel Breeze, and Emily Wybell. Technical direction by Business Lunch Productions. Sound engineering by Ricky Barati and Luke DeCola. Recorded at Red Convertible Recording. Manager of Artistic Production with MCC Theater, Ayanna Parker Morrison. Manager of Artistic Development with MCC Theater, Michaela Rodriguez. Artistic Associate and Writer's Room Facilitator with the Parsnip Ship, Al Parker. Dramaturg and Writer's Room Facilitator with the Parsnip Ship, Gabriella Steinberg. Produced by MCC Theater. Artistic Directors Bob Lapone, Bernie Telsey, and Will Cantler. Executive Director Blake West. In association with the Parsnip Ship. Artistic Director Ivan E. Debery, and Business Lunch Productions. This is where we go. In the flames of my rise, you are but ashes and dirt. Written by Nina Key, directed by Tamilla Woodard.
But I can't believe this. You left, see, you left my love on the planet Ry-Leigh. You evil bastard. You knew. You knew about the explosion. You knew it was going to happen and you did it anyway. Does the evilness of humanity know no bounds? Is there any decency left in this entire universe? Oh, here comes the best part. You think you're better than me. You think you can hold me down? But as my name is Rexulaturk, I will endure, I will survive, nay thrive. And in the flames of my rise, you are but ashes, ashes and...
Alice!
Oh, Peter, you scared me.
Turn that shit off. You don't want to hear that alien crap in the morning.
Yes, yes, of course.
And clean that up. Fix it.
Hmm?
I said, fix it. Your left eye. It's crooked.
Oh, right. Okay. Is that better?
Mm. You should be grateful
Grateful?
that I didn't beat you worse.
Ah, yes.
I told you never to touch the control pad for home security system, and you did.
It was my mistake. I must have touched it when I was cleaning.
Cleaning. Right. I've told you before what I'll do to you if you ever try to leave this house without my permission, haven't I?
You will break every bone in my body, so much so that even with my healing ability, it will take me days to put myself back together again.
That's right. Don't ever let me catch you touching it again.
I understand.
I paid top dollar for you, my life savings. Sellers guaranteed me a pretty wife who will listen and obey me.
And I do hope that I meet all your expectations. How is Earth's outlook in the news?
More immigration protests. The pro-earthers have got the right idea, you know. They're taking it too far. I get it. Aliens shouldn't come here unless they come the right way. But snatching any old alien off the street? I mean, what about the ones who were bought and paid for that did come the right way, that are people's property?
That sounds ill-considered.
You know it.
And is there any news about the sun?
What about it?
Ah, I was just wondering if there were any updates. Everything is solar-powered these days. All the appliances in the house, not to mention the cars and the lights outside and...
You don't need to worry about that. Those are rumors. There's no way the sun is disappearing today. It's been there for eons, and it will stay there for eons.
Of course you're right.
It's a hoax. So don't get any stupid ideas.
No, I wouldn't dream of it.
You better not. I'll be calling you on my break. Be by the phone at noon.
I look forward to hearing from you.
Come here. Kiss me goodbye.
Is my eye still crooked?
No.
Ah, then why are you...
Just looking at the size of your eyes. I should have asked for bigger, less slanty.
Ah.
Noon. Be by the phone.
Of course, Peter.
Good morning. Today is Friday, August 9th, 2199. Here's a list of the tasks to be completed
It's
today.
all right, he's gone.
Oh, great. Hello, Willie.
Hi, Mindy.
You sound busy. What are you doing? Are you okay? Did something happen?
Just, the usual.
Ah, I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. Didn't hurt that bad. And anyway, it was worth it, because it's never happening again. Today's the day.
You're going through with it?
I told you I was going through with it. Don't act so surprised.
But Illy!
Read me that post from the Turk forum again, will you?
Okay. But maybe we should take a moment to talk
It's
about...
fine. I'm fine.
I'm just afraid you're making a rash decision. You're still so young.
I'm 23.
But that's the outside. You're a Turk. Turks measure life in experiences, and you don't even remember anything before the last 4 years because of that inhibiting jewel. I'm just saying, you don't know what life is like out there. It's not like the movies.
Like you know. Your model is what, 3 years old? And the only two places you've been are the factory and this house.
I am connected to the internet. I have all the information about the horrors of the world swimming in my circuits.
Mindy, come on.
I worry about you.
Can you just read it, please?
Fine.
The unencrypted version, okay? I want to make sure I have all the details right.
How many times you've had me read this, I'm shocked you don't have this memorized by now. Calling all Turks. Calling all Turks remaining on planet Earth. We are the last of a fine, proud culture. The destruction of our planet does not mean the enslavement and servitude are what's left for our race. There have been rumors that on Friday, May 1st, 2199, the sun will disappear. These rumors are true. The sun will be banished from the Earth's skies, indeed, from all planets across all the galaxies, and this disappearance will manifest our own rise to power. Fellow Turks, meet me at Point Harbor, Earth time noon, Dock 10. I will be waiting for all of you there. We will take my ship and make our own paths to freedom, to rebuild our society and be as one. Solidarity and power. Delamila Turk.
So commanding, so dreamy.
No, Illy.
What do you mean, no?
You can't do this. You don't even know Nilla. If there even is a Nilla, it's dangerous.
It's my only chance.
There will be other chances. I'll help you, okay? We'll come up with a plan, a solid plan that doesn't involve meeting random strangers you don't even know from the internet.
You don't understand.
I do. I know it's hard being in this house with Peter. But is this really that much better? What if it's a trick? What if this Nilla hurts you?
Peter hurts me all the time. And even if something happened, which it wouldn't, I can take it. I can handle myself.
Illy.
Say I don't escape today. Say I wait until I have a better plan. Where can I go then?
What?
Where can I go after I get away from this house, from Peter? Where can I go where people won't try to hurt me anymore?
The pro-Earth movement might still die down. It'll take some time, but people will come to their senses.
Where do I go to learn about myself? And I don't mean from internet searches. I mean from fellow Turks. Where can I go to be with my community? Where can I have a family?
We'll look again. There must be some group of Turks somewhere.
We've looked. We haven't found anything.
We could try again.
I'm sorry, Mindy, but I have to go. I have to at least try. There's space for you in my bag if you want to come with me.
Come with you?
Yeah, I disconnected you from the home security. Peter was upset, but like I said, it was worth it.
You want me to come with you?
Of course I do. You're my kalufit, my soul friend.
I don't know what to say. I didn't know AIs could be caliphate.
I reprogrammed you. You're not just an ordinary AI. Not to me, anyway. Well, whatever you choose, you should choose quickly. Peter's going to call home in an hour. We need to be far away by then. If you're coming, that is.
Yes, of course I'm coming.
Really?
If only to keep you out of trouble.
Yeah! You won't regret it, I swear. We're going to have so much fun once we're gone and out of this house. We'll be like roving space adventurers, just you and me.
I'll be happy if we just make it out of here in one piece.
Hold on. I just have to do 2 quick things before we leave.
What's that noise?
Giving myself some bangs. It'll help hide the jewel.
Peter's going to be so upset you changed your appearance without his permission.
Psh, what he doesn't know won't hurt him.
What are you doing now?
There we go. Disabling the jewel's GPS.
Clever.
See? I told you I got this. Ready?
Ready. Put me topside up, will you? And pack me gently. I hate it when I roll around and hit things.
You got it.
He's calling. Maybe he knows he never calls this.
Shh. Hello, Peter.
Alice?
How has your day been so far?
Fine. Listen, I'm coming home early.
Coming home early?
Yes, don't be stupid. You know I don't like to repeat myself.
But I haven't finished all my chores yet.
Don't worry about it. Just finish what you can, and then you can finish today and tomorrow's chores on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
It's getting wild out here. I can't even tell you. Things I saw on my way to work. It'll be best if we stay in the rest of the day until this whole sun disappearing thing blows over. But in the meantime, don't go outside. At all. You hear me?
Yes, of course.
Good girl. I'm letting the boss know I'm leaving early. I'll finish up around here and be home in about an hour so I can be around to protect my little lady. See you soon.
See you soon.
Illy, what are we going to do? He's coming home early. You've cut your hair and he's totally going to notice and
Shh, hold on. Let me think. I was going to walk to Point Harbor through the woods, but there's not enough time. I think we're going to have to take the bus. The next one is in 15 minutes.
The bus! With humans?
We don't have time to argue about this. Let's go.
You know aliens aren't allowed on public transportation. What if they see the jewel beneath your bangs? What if the driver sees? What if the passengers see? It's not safe, Illy. I don't know why you don't ever listen to me. If I'm really your soul friend, you'd think you'd listen to me every once in a while. We're doomed, aren't we? Peter's going to find us, or we're going to get snatched off the street. There are so many things that can go wrong. So many things. I can barely even... This is why people don't program AIs to become self-aware. It's too much. Way too much. I'm just a metal ball made up of circuit boards and electricity and wires, and I'm not even a Mindy XS. I heard she can anticipate her humans' needs based on scans of their physiology. She can pour them a cup of water if they're dehydrated, or call the paramedics if they're having a heart attack. How can I, a 4.0, even compare with that? I'm not prepared for this. Illy, are you listening to me? I'm not prepared for this.
We made it. We're here.
We are? Oh. It feels warm. Is it warm? Also, is that a breeze? I've never been outside before.
You can feel the sun? Yeah, it is.
I updated last night. It's part of the latest measures for home security, detecting irregular heat signatures.
I only get to go outside once a week for groceries, but it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose. Small thing! Small crawling thing coming this way! Illy, get us out of here!
Relax, it's just a squirrel.
A squirrel? Oh, yes, I suppose the shape is right.
Here, I'll tell you where everything is, okay? There are some trees behind us. It's part of the forest. There are some birds and some squirrels hanging out back there. There's a street in front of us, and a small patch of grass near my foot with some small white flowers. The sky is blue, like really blue. Not a cloud in the sky. It's a nice day, even with the sun being so bright. Ugh.
That sounds beautiful.
It is. It's the only part of life on Earth that I've enjoyed, actually. Waiting for the bus at the bus stop. I mean, besides watching movies and looking up Turk stuff on the internet with you.
Yeah.
I really wish they would come up with an update that would let you see everything. When we get out of here, I'll have to program you into a whole new body.
A new body?
Yeah. Maybe Nilla will let me program you into his ship for a while. That would be cool, right? Or maybe into the body of a droid.
A droid? Do you know how expensive those things are?
Not if you gather parts and make it yourself. I think I could probably do that. I've gotten pretty good with all this stuff I learned off the internet.
You really have. Actually, Illy, I can see sometimes.
You can? Is that another update, or?
When I'm accessing home security. It only turns on when there's loud sounds near the windows and doors.
Okay. Well, why wouldn't you?
I've seen Peter a couple times. With you.
Oh. It hurts less than it would for humans. I mean, Turks have less nerves because of all the...
I know, but still. I hated not being able to help you. Sometimes being an AI can feel so helpless. I know I worry a lot. I know you're strong and smart. And I know that you can take care of yourself. I just kind of wish you didn't have to be.
Mindy.
My function is to care, you know? It's ingrained, no matter how much you try to reprogram me.
I understand.
One of the things I love the most is how big you dream, Illy. Even if it's overwhelmingly optimistic. Maybe you're right. Maybe the sun will disappear. And maybe there is a ship full of Turks out there, just waiting for you to find them. I hope it's true anyway. 'Cause you deserve it.
There is, Mindy. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. I haven't told you this, but I've been practicing communing with the moon, just like we read about. And even though it's been hard with the jewel, last night I really did feel something.
That's incredible. The other Turks are going to be so impressed. Just don't forget about me when we meet them.
Forget?
Yeah. 'Cause you're my caliphate too. Anyway, I wonder where Peter is now. Probably on his way home. That jerk. He has no idea we'll be long gone. You know, more than the outside, I wish I could see the look on Peter's face when he realizes we're gone. But it's priceless.
Me too. That jerk.
Yeah, that asshole.
Yeah, asshole.
I hope that without me running home security, burglars come in and smash up his place.
Yeah, I hope his house burns down to the ground.
Yeah, and then he's on the toilet when it happens. And he has to run outside, pantsless, where all the neighbors can see.
And everyone's laughing in his pasty white.
Lily!
What? I thought it was funny.
No, something's coming. People. A group of them headed this way.
Oh, shit. Is that a group of
Pro-Earthers?
And they have a body scanner. Mindy, they saw me!
Run, Illy, run!
Mindy, I forgot my bag!
Leave it, just get us out of here.
I think maybe I lost them. Oh, shit. What are we gonna do?
I'll buy you some time.
What? Are you? No!
It's the only way, Illy. I'm an AI. They're not going to hurt me. They can't. I don't have nerves.
No, we have to stick together. You can't.
I've been helpless for years, and I can finally do something to help.
Mindy, no!
We're caliphate, okay? Don't forget, I'll always be with you while you go on adventures and find yourself. Maybe when you have the time, you can find another Mindy and reprogram her too.
No! You are the only Mindy that matters. Please don't. Ow! Hurt me.
I'm sorry. The harbor's that way. Run fast and keep running, okay? Don't stop for anything.
Mindy, wait!
Live free and dream big. Really big. I believe in you. Hey! Come over here! Mindy, no! Come and get me, you bigoted fox! Mindy!
Running. Keep running. Oh, shit. It's almost noon. But where is Doc 10? Excuse me, do you know where... Hey, hello, excuse me, do you have any idea where...
Hello, Alice.
Peter?
I hope you had fun on your little adventure, because it's time to go home now. I told you what would happen if you ever left the house without my permission.
How did you...
I went straight to the bus stop. I knew there was something up with you. The way you kept asking about the sun. I came across some pro-Earthers, explained my situation, asked them if they'd seen my missing Turk. They gave me an earful about harboring aliens, but eventually they came around. Told me they'd seen you running and gave me back our Mindy. You're a smart girl. Using her to lure them away?
What did you do with her?
I checked her settings, you know. I can't believe you reprogrammed her. You surprised me, Alice. And not in a good way.
What did you do?
Gonna have to watch you more closely, have a firmer hand with you, limit your exposure to the outside world.
Tell me!
I accessed her search log manually. Saw how busy you two had been, found out you were coming here, and then I disposed of her.
Disposed?
I tried putting her back on factory settings, but they didn't take. What a waste of money. Oh well, it's for the best. You can't be trusted with any of that anymore anyway. Alice! Stop acting out in public. Don't worry. Just my Turk. Give me a little bit of grief.
Please, somebody, please help
She's
me!
not human, see? Here's her jewel. Come quietly or else it's going to be even worse for you.
Miller was right. The sun is disappearing. I knew it. I knew it!
Hey, move aside. Watch where you're going. Oh. Alice, get back here. Alice! Don't you run from me. What's happening? What's wrong with your jewel?
I feel strange. No, I feel stronger.
Alice, you listen to me, don't you? Oh my God.
Wow. Look at my hands. Are those talons? And look at these tentacly things. Wow. 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 Just look at all these muscles. I feel so good. So strong and powerful.
Alice, you look...
Ilazuala Turk.
What?
That's my name, not Alice.
What kind of stupid... Okay.
Wow, I'm really strong. And oh, look, there's Doc 10. My eyesight is so much better now. Godzilla-like.
Alice... Illa wax the Turk.
I'm leaving, Peter. You can't stop me. You saw what I did to that trash can, so imagine what I could do to you. If you don't want to get hurt, you better get out of my way.
Wait!
What?
Maybe you don't agree with some of the things I did, but it was all out of the care I had for you.
Right.
I do love you. You're my wife. I spent my entire life savings on getting you here. I rescued you. Just think what would have happened if you had stayed on Ry-Leigh.
You purchased me. You chose a form and a personality and brought me home. I'm not your wife. Far from it. I was your slave. And I'm never letting anyone do that to me ever again.
No, that's not true. I love you. You have to believe me. Everything I did for you. I shared my secrets, my thoughts, my whole life with you. Surely that must mean something. Please don't leave. You're just gonna leave me? Huh? Think you can survive without me, without my guidance? You ungrateful little shit. You call our marriage slavery? I civilized you. We civilized all of you. Earth bombing the shit out of Ry-Leigh was the best thing we could have done. Put all you Turks out of your goddamn... Do it. Go ahead, do it!
No. You can't pull me down to your level. I'm not like you, Peter. And I never will be. I don't need to beat on weaker beings just to feel better about myself.
You pathetic.
You think you're better than me? You think you can hold me down? But as my name is Illy, I will endure. I will survive, nay, thrive. And in the flames of my rise, you are but ashes. Ashes and dirt.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
It means goodbye.
And fuck you, asshole.
Alice, I'll spend the rest of my life tracking you. I will find you. I won't ever stop looking.
You were right, Mindy. The look on his face, it really was priceless. Nilla? Anyone here? Slaffenterp? Is that how you say it? Or was the P silent? What is this? A cage? That's right. Wait. Who are all of you? You're not Turks. Where's Nilla?
Captis virtute.
Captis virtute.
Captis virtute. Captis virtute.
I told the guy outside I'm not letting any humans hold me down ever again. I'm warning you. I'm strong. And I'm not going down without a fight.
Thank you for listening to This Is Where We Go. You've just listened to episode 2, In the Flames of My Rise, You Are But Ashes and Dirt, written by Nina Key. Featuring Teresa Avia Lim as Ely, Lindsay Rico as Mindy, Danny Wolahan as Peter. Sound design by S.B. Proctor, Rachel Breeze, and Emily Weibel. Technical direction by Business Lunch Productions. Sound engineering by Ricky Barati and Luke DeCola. Recorded at Red Convertible Recording. Manager of Artistic Production with MCC Theater, Ayanna Parker Morrison. Manager of Artistic Development with MCC Theater, Michaela Rodriguez. Artistic Associate and Writer's Room Facilitator with the Parsnip Ship, Al Parker. Dramaturg and Writer's Room Facilitator with the Parsnip Ship, Gabriella Steinberg. Produced by MCC Theater. Artistic Directors Bob Lapone, Bernie Telsey, and Will Cantler. Executive Director Blake West. In association with the Parsnip Ship. Artistic Director Ivan E. Devery, and Business Lunch Productions. Nina Key. Hi, welcome. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am so good. I am so happy to be in conversation with you because you are one of the dope as fuck writers on This Is Where We Go. And you, along with Amara, Brady, Jessie, Rivera, DeBruin, and Gina, Femia, wrote a 6-part epic radio play. And we have just heard episode 2, essentially, or if people have not heard episode 2, you are the playwright of episode 2. And what is that episode called?
It is called In the Flames of My Rise, You Are But Ashes and Dirt.
I love it. I love it. And that is, from a line in the actual play, right? That
yes.
Your character, Ely, is watching alien soap operas.
Yes.
Which I love. And where did your character come from? Like where did Ely, how did you encounter Ely?
Mm-hmm. I think Ely, like the seeds of Ely started forming when we were talking as a group about what the disappearance of the sun could mean for different groups of people. And I was really interested in the idea of someone taking something that could be interpreted as a tragedy, as an opportunity. And from there, it just kind of grew and became Ely. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. And Ely has different pronouns.
Yes.
And what are Ely pronouns?
Ely's pronouns are she, and they are she singular and plural. So, for example, my pronouns are she, her, hers. Ely's would just be C.
CCC. I love it.
Yeah.
And what did you, as you were writing, because this was an interesting process, putting this all together, because it's 4 playwrights with very distinct styles of writing and approaching writing, and creating one world or many worlds that would meld into one in a way when our characters meet, which is one of the episodes in which you wrote, where all 4 of them meet. And so I'm wondering, for what was important for you to make sure you wrote in your episode that helps us as we listen to the other episodes and as we land into the final episode 6.
Mm-hmm. That's a really interesting question. I feel like a theme in my work, like I just write this over and over again, is how do people who experience oppression like rise? How do they overcome the obstacles that are presented to them and the situations that they're in, to how do they survive that? And then on top of that, like, how do they thrive? So that is something that I've really been exploring, like, over and over and over again in a lot of my work. And I would say that it's also true for this episode that I wrote as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. And is there anything that we need to know about Ely before we have all 4 of our characters meet? Did you think that there were important things we knew about C's hero journey, essentially?
I did write a lot of like background. I had a lot of fun thinking about Ry-Leigh, the home planet that Ely is from, and things like that. I don't think that there's anything that is really like imperative to know, and it would be fun to just have the audience like kind of go on this journey with Ely and uncover things as C is uncovering them. So I don't know that I have anything interesting to add in that respect, but just that C is a badass.
Oh my God,
So
C
badass.
is. And as you were, developing Ely and knowing that these characters would meet, in your writing process, like, how prevalent was that for you, knowing that these characters would intersect with your character at some point, especially as, the person writing their intersection? How was that for you?
I did think a little bit about what kind of space I wanted Ely to be in by the series end. I think, because I was so attracted to Ely using the sun's disappearance as an opportunity to escape and thrive, C's situation at home, or home, I guess. I'm using air quotes. But I really thought about the quote that you gave us about how can we, as people of color, as queer people of color, like, how can we envision the future? What does it mean for us to envision the future? How do we want to do that? What does that look like? How do we see ourselves in it? And so those kinds of questions were kind of floating around in my mind as I was writing this. And I wanted Ely to be ready. you know? Like, C has just overcome the first hurdle, right, which is to get
Yeah.
away, and then what other things could they do when C comes together with other badass people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that, the idea of, having your character be ready for what is, unknown in this next adventure. Because we leave off and C is heading on a spaceship and has encountered some interesting characters that we don't know if, they're good or bad or some kind of chaotic force. And then, now we have to wait until episode 6 to hear what's up with Ely. With this process, which was, really interesting for all of you writers, because we were essentially putting together something akin to a TV writer's room in a theatrical sense, which hasn't ever really been done. So it was quite a challenge and a creative one, in which you all as writers were really challenged on like compromising artistically, and how to work with each other to create this one world in the end, in this one storyline, big, large, cohesive storyline. What for you was challenging, and what was also like your favorite part and favorite discovery as a writer?
I think there were so many possibilities that we all could have gone in.
True.
And
So true.
And while 6 episodes does seem like a lot, it's also quite short. I think there is a lot of background work that we did that kind of like affected maybe like the shape and the color, if that of the episodes and things like that maybe didn't like very clearly make its way as much. But yeah, I would say that one of the challenges in that was 6 episodes is not much once you really think about it. It would have been, I mean, we could probably write this forever.
Infinite possibilities.
Yes, exactly.
This is so true.
One of the things that I really loved about the process, there were a lot of things I really loved. I mean, I think the opportunity to come together with such a diverse group of people, and we all identify as queer. We like I remember one time I was like, so how did you get all of us together?
And y'all were like, is this some kind of conspiracy? And I was like, there literally wasn't. Like, there really wasn't. We just thought all of y'all were awesome. And I remember telling y'all, I was like, I did not know y'all all identified as queer until much later. Like, it was like months into the writers group, and y'all all were like, I'm queer. And I was like,
oh, okay.
Like, I think I knew that, but it wasn't until it was said that all of y'all were queer that I was like, oh, okay. I didn't even need to try.
It was kismet. Like the universe kind of.
Kismet. I don't know why American theater thinks it's hard. It's really not. It's like, whoops, accidental discovery.
I just didn't, no problem.
I didn't know.
But yeah, I mean, that's one of the best parts is like, we all have we all have diverse backgrounds, that we have a lot of similar things. We have a lot of different things. And it's just really cool. Like even us talking about this incident, like of us talking about it is just like, it just happened and it was magical. And
Ugh.
Yeah, so I love that.
Magical moments that we had in person. Good times. Good times. And so we're going to start wrapping up. And I have 2 more questions for you. Now, this question I usually ask at the top of an episode that we do live, but like, whoop, that is not happening. And so I'm going to put forth to you, Nina, what would the world be missing if it didn't have this play?
I would say a vision of the future. A vision of the future, I should be more specific, that includes, like I mentioned before, the way that marginalized or oppressed beings, in this case, can survive and thrive and come together and just fucking change the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Uh-huh.
It's like exactly what we need now, especially during a time of incredible change that's happening. This episode is happening a month after, or almost essentially a month after the presidential election, and a few weeks after it's been confirmed that we are getting a new administration. So this is like another part of the question. It's not my last question, but I'm just wondering, as you were, hearing that, Biden Harris had won and that there was going to be this new change happening, and coming off of writing a play that is, really taken from and inspired from an Octavia Butler quote, which is about change, and that it's the only, really the only constant in our life. Were there any, did you think about these characters and the future and what progress looks like during that time?
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, ever since I wrote this with all of you, it has kind of been in the back of my mind. And I think the pandemic also has been a really reflective time, especially with, Black Lives Matter and everything happening that in this year.
Yeah.
I think now is a good time more than ever, probably, to ask the same questions that we were asking ourselves when we went into this process of writing these plays, and considering, like, what do we want our future to look like? How can we build this for ourselves? Just how can we envision that and make that come true for ourselves? So yeah.
I love that. I love that. And so last question, super easy.
Okay.
What did you have for breakfast this morning?
What did I have for breakfast this morning? I'm a terrible cook, so it definitely wasn't me that made food.
I love how you're just like, I can't cook.
I can't cook.
So it wasn't me. I had something else.
My partner, this is what she made me. My partner made me a breakfast sandwich with egg and bacon and cheese and some tea.
Oh.
And it was,
oh my God.
It was delicious. Yes, it was good.
Oh my God, so good. Bless your partner.
Amazing.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much, Nina, for spending this time with me to have this conversation. I just want to encourage everyone to listen to this episode, listen to it again, come back and listen to episode 3, 4, 5, 6. Go listen to 1. It's all great. This is where we go. And we will see y'all later or soon. I don't know. I won't see y'all. This is like,
we'll see each other in our souls.
We'll see each other in our souls.
We're experiencing this together, and we'll just hold each other in our hearts. Yes.
But in any case, we're gonna run a bath. We're gonna light some candles, some wine.
Yeah, create a
mood.
We're
gonna create a mood. tune in, tune out the world. It's gonna be great.
There's nothing like a little bit of self-care, especially.
Yeah, as you think about what would happen if there was no sun. Just close your eyes and bask in the existential crisis.
Yeah. Just
easy peasy, casual. And that is that on the parsnip shit. Good night, everyone.